The central Mexican city of Querétaro is a treasure waiting to be discovered. Set against a scenic natural landscape, this city contains a wealth of invaluable treasures that recount Mexico's glorious and fascinating history. The old colonial town of Querétaro is unusual in having retained the geometric street plan of the Spanish conquerors, side by side with the twisting alleys of the Indian quarters. The Otomi, Tarasco, Chichimeca, and Spanish lived together peacefully in the town, which is notable for the many ornate civil and religious Baroque monuments from its golden age in the 17th and 18th centuries. Santiago de Queretaro was founded in 1531 during a period of bloody battles between the Native American peoples and their Spanish conquerors. The city was dedicated to the Apostle Santiago, or Saint James, whose image upon a white horse carrying a pink cross appeared in the skies during a battle with the natives, leading to their surrender. The Church of the Congregation of Guadalupe was built in 1680 of pink quarry stone in the Baroque style. It was dedicated to the Virgin of Guadalupe, whose statue stands on the niche between the two towers. Inside, the church is a sumptuous example of Mexican Baroque architecture, with altars and marble. Statues adorn each of the church's many altars. Querétaro combines the past with the present, creating an incomparable mixture of history, culture, and tradition. The cobblestone streets of the historic center contrast with the modern highways that give access to the city. Pedestrian streets called andadores resemble a chessboard, a distribution common to Spanish cities. Artisan shops offering an extensive range of crafts, including glassware, paintings, and pottery, line the narrow streets of the city's historical center. The Church of San Francisco is one of the oldest buildings in Querétaro, its construction dating to approximately 1550. One of the earliest compounds built by the Franciscan order in Mexico, it is also Querétaro's most ancient church, as well as, until 1922, the city's cathedral. The Spanish used the church as a prison for revolutionaries during the Mexican War of Independence. After Mexico successfully gained its independence from Spain, the new Mexican government wanted to reduce the church's influence in Mexico. As a result of this decision, the Church of San Francisco was divided into parts, while some of the other sections of the original convent were destroyed. The church's interior contains 11 altarpieces in carved stone, 2 chapels, sculptures, and other noteworthy decorative elements. The courtyard of the Museo Regional can be accessed through a portal. Since November 6, 1936, the convent's cloisters have been used as the exhibition rooms of the regional museum. Construction on the cloister was begun only in 1660, under the direction of Sebastián Báez Delgado. The building represents a local variation of the Baroque style, an elegant structure with open patios, corridors, flowery arches, and graceful stairways. The decoration of the cloister is based on a repetition of concentric lines in blue, yellow, and pink, creating a truly original rhythm. Today, the Regional Museum houses a wide array of exhibits, from the bones of Paleolithic animals to pre-Hispanic Indian relics to artifacts of colonial Mexican history. On display are various carved sculptures, religious relics, and historic documents, among other pieces of significant artistic value. The museum also houses one of the most important collections of colonial Mexican paintings, as well as valuable works from the 19th century. Querétaro's historic center offers the visitor over 460 years of history and tradition, as can be seen in its aqueduct, churches, mansions, and palaces, which combine to make this city one of Mexico's most spectacular attractions from the colonial era. The Neptune Fountain, a neoclassical work by the sculptor Francisco Eduardo Tres Cueras, dates from 1797. Rumor has it that it was once sold by the monks during a period of economic difficulty. Today it stands in a small park on the corner of Madero and Allende. The Baroque-style Royal Convent of Santa Clara de Asís was built in 1707 by order of Don Diego de Tapia, son of the city's founder. The church's austere facade is soberly decorated. Its exterior provides an unexpected contrast with the lavish interior, which is adorned with Baroque altarpieces, engraved doors, and a superb choir. One of the church's walls is covered in altars carved of cypress and plated in gold to an impressive effect. 6 remarkable Baroque retables and a choir loft are also gilded, each with a self-contained composition. Sculptures and paintings of saints are prominently displayed. The Baroque-styled parish and ex-convent of San Agustin today houses Querétaro's Art Museum. Built in 1731, it is one of the finest examples of Baroque architecture in Latin America. The typical 18th century cloister of the former convent is rectangular in shape and enclosed by loggias on each of its 4 sides. With vertical lines that seem to soar heavenwards, the arches are supported by thick pillars in a delicate equilibrium. A fountain graces the center of the cloister. Human figures, foliage, and geometrical shapes are carved into the stone, while the archways lining the courtyard are striped with multicolored bands, their lines forming octagons with serrated edges. The church and former convent of San Agustin is widely considered the most beautiful construction of the Agustinian order in Mexico. This splendid religious compound is a superb example of the Baroque style, with magnificent engravings in quarry stone. The streets of Querétaro are lined by centuries-old buildings inhabited by indigenous Mexicans. The town has splashes of European splendor, but generations of natives have added depth to its vibrant culture. Querétaro's cathedral in the Neo-Plateresque style has a facade made of pink stone and volcanic rock. The interior of the cathedral contrasts with its highly ornate facade. This aqueduct represents Mexico's most important engineering feat of the 18th century. It is formed of 74 sandstone arches that stretch for 1,280 meters and reach a maximum height of 23 meters. One of the heroines of the insurrection against Spain was La Corregidora, Josefa Ortiz de Dominguez. The wife of the magistrate of Querétaro, she was deeply involved in plotting the insurrection. Standing upon a small hill that rises gently above the lively sun-splashed plazas and green-clipped laurels of central Querétaro is the church and ex-convent of Santa Cruz. The hill is said to have been the location of a historic battle between the Spanish and the native Otomi tribe. The Republic Theater is classified as a national monument for its important role in Mexico's history. The Church of Santa Rosa de Viterbo is recognized as one of the most impressive Baroque churches in Latin America. Construction was begun in 1728 and completed in 1752. The exterior boasts an imposing red dome, as well as an intricate Baroque steeple that is composed of 2 levels. The walls are covered in blue and white tiles arranged in a highly original pattern. An immense wall in the church's interior is covered by large altar pieces carved out of cypress wood and covered in gold. The pulpit is also carved of wood and covered in ivory, silver, and tortoiseshell. The Cerro de las Campanas, which is completely surrounded by the city, is of historical importance. The Cerro del Cementerio is located south of the city and is home to a semi-alpine environment. The church and convent of Carmen are magnificent religious constructions built by the Carmelite friars with the help of local governor Don Felipe de Guzman. The first stone of the convent school was laid on June 29, 1615, by the Viceroy of New Spain, Diego Fernández de Córdoba. The church's interior contains several magnificent Baroque altarpieces. Mexico's history can be read from the streets, plazas, and monuments of Querétaro. Site of many of the major events in Mexican history, particularly during its struggle for independence from Spain, a stroll through the streets of its historical center reveals a wealth of magnificent colonial architecture set amid the original native urban plan. Like modern-day Mexico, Querétaro lives its colonial and native history side by side. Querétaro's historical center was classified a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1996.